Thanks for clicking on the video. I'm currently at Belmont Hills Reserve. I've been here once before. I'm just following kind of a circuit that I discovered by accident. I'm going out on this track here and I'll come back on the Vickers or Vickerman track. I'm not sure of the name of the track that I'm on now, but it goes up to a lookout with no outlook, you might say. I think the lookout was named years ago and the trees have since grown. And there's nothing there to see much except the trees. I've recently moved to part-time employment, so I have a bit more spare time to get outdoors, and that was one of the aims. So I'm out early this morning just to do a short walk, try and make a little video and see how it goes. One of the things that you'll notice about this walk is it goes around the hill, so we're going up the western and northern side, and you'll see that it's a fairly dryland forest. There's not a lot of undergrowth. When we turn around and come back, we'll be on the southern side of the forest. It's a little bit cooler, shadier there. Also that will be a bit lower, and of course the water seeps from the top to the bottom, so you'll see a different kind of vegetation. It's quite noticeable in some places. So we're at the lookout now, and as you can see there's not a lot that you can actually see except this rather imposing structure here, which this sign tells me is managed by the Water Authority, Seek Water, South East Queensland Water. I've got no idea what it is, only that I'm not supposed to enter there, of course, but there's not much else of note around here except some very nice wattles that are in bloom at the moment. There's one here, you can see one further down the hill there. There's quite a splendid one over here. At school we were taught that flowers always came in spring, but these wattles always seem to bloom in late winter. I suppose they're getting ready for the spring. I'm not sure if you can see in centre of screen, that's part of the motorway down there. You might be able to see the brake lights coming on. This is a Monday morning. There's people going to work. I suppose it's coming into peak hour still. We're a little bit early. On most Mondays until about a fortnight ago, that would have been me down there in that traffic. Not anymore, thankfully. Descending this track will take us to the back of Carindale, and then we'll loop around on the Vickers or Vickerman track, get back to the car. If we hadn't veered off the main path and gone up to the lookout, we would have come out here and then had to go up that way to the lookout. And down the back of the reserve you'll see that we come into the back of a housing estate. Well, I came down from there and I'm at the back of the housing estate, well and truly now. Houses abutting the reserve. The track goes down there, there's some more houses over there. Last time I got a bit lost and I walked across this garden here and found the track I wanted to get back home, the Vickers or Vickerman track or whatever it is. But I've since learned that there's a path up this way. Take you down to there. I think that's Weller's Hill in the centre of the shot there. There's another lookout up there I might get to one day. Well, I can't really see a way across this garden here. I'll just go down to the edge of the park there and see what happens. Well, I've come down all the way. I mean, I'm right at the road now. I've come down from way up there. Finally found a way across the gardens here. I wish they'd designed it a little bit better, but that's the way it is. Now on the south side of the hill. I'm down low, and you'll see that there's been a change in foliage. You can see what they've done when they converted this to a reserve. They've planted a lot of wattles. They're everywhere. Wattles are members of the acacia family. They have a very short life. They grow very quickly. Some of the species are quite tall, but they have a very short life, so there's a lot of dead wood on the ground. And scattered among them are a few trees that look to be more typical of rainforest than dry eucalypt forest that we saw on the other side of the hill. So there's one there, it's just skidded off. I was just trying to point to it, bolted. I think there's one pretty much in the centre of screen between these two skinny little trees there and there. Up there somewhere, this is an action camera, I can't really see much on the screen. Around there, it's just looking at us because he's back towards us. He's about to bolt. Anyway, if you can't see him, I'm sorry about that. I need to get a better camera for this sort of work, but it's just a little wallaby of some sort, probably black-faced swamp wallaby. But I'm not an expert by any means. Okay, we're only a matter of another 5 minutes up the hill from the wallabies, if I put them in the shot. 10 minutes from the bottom of the hill, and you can already see how the woodland's changed again. It's a lot drier, a lot more sparsely treed. And that's the track that we want. I just found this on that track to Scrub Road, leading back to Scrub Road. It tells us that till not too long ago, at least in the 1920s, this was a pineapple plantation. It's hard to guess now. For those who've watched the video through to here, thanks for watching. I've really enjoyed being out here this morning. I hope you've enjoyed this video too. There's a lot more of this reserve to check out. I plan to come back here before the end of spring, before it gets too hot to walk. I hope to catch you on another one. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.